Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wikistreamia, the show where we literally read the Wikipedia articles to you. As always, my name is Matt Miller, and if it looks like my hair's getting a little bit long, maybe I need to do something to my face, it's because I probably do.
Well, you look terrible.
Tonight marks our third endeavor into Wikipedia's Earth article. Last time, we touched on the etymology of the word Earth, we talked about how the planet was formed, and we touched on a little bit of that sweet geology. Tonight, we're looking to the future. What's going to happen a few billion years from now? And we're also going to discuss the origin of life. How did we get here? Do we just pop up out of nowhere one day? We're going to find out in a minute. Before we get started tonight, I want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this, maybe learn a little bit with us. I've also been told that we're using a different camera lens, so it might look a little bit weird. The camera lens we're using this time is called a fisheye, and from here I can tell you that it looks like a camera lens.
This is a nice fish, you know, big eyes, but a nice fish.
The origin of life and evolution. Chemical reactions led to the first self-replicating molecules about 4 billion years ago. A half billion years later, the last common ancestor of all life arose, which smart scientists call LUCA. The evolution of photosynthesis allowed the sun's energy to be harvested by different life forms. The resultant molecular oxygen, or O2, accumulated in the atmosphere, and due to interaction with ultraviolet solar radiation, formed a protective ozone layer in the upper atmosphere. The incorporation of smaller cells within larger ones resulted in the development of complex cells called eukaryotes. True multicellular organisms formed as cells within colonies and became increasingly specialized. Aided by the absorption of harmful ultraviolet radiation by the ozone layer, life colonized Earth's surface. Among the earliest fossil evidence for life is microbial mat fossils, found in 3.48 billion-year-old sandstone in Western Australia, some biogenic graphite found in 3.7 billion-year-old metasedimentary rocks in Western Greenland, and the remains of biotic material found in 4.1 billion-year-old rocks in Western Australia. During the Neoproterozoic, around 750 to 580 million years ago, much of the Earth might have been covered in ice. This hypothesis has been termed snowball Earth, and it is of particular interest because it preceded the Cambrian explosion, when it happened 541 billion years ago, when multicellular life forms significantly increased in complexity. Following the Cambrian explosion, around 535 million years ago, there have been 5 major mass extinctions. The most recent such event was 66 million years ago, when an asteroid impact triggered the extinction of non-avian dinosaurs and other large reptiles, but managed to spare some of the small animals, such as mammals, which then resembled shrews. Nick?
Yeah?
I can tie my own shrews. Over the past 66 million years, mammalian life has diversified, and several million years ago, an African ape-like animal, such as the word presented on screen, which I can't pronounce, gained the ability to stand upright. This facilitated tool use and encouraged communication that provided the nutrition and stimulation needed for a larger brain, which allowed the evolution of humans. The development of agriculture, followed by civilization, led to humans having an influence on Earth and the nature and quantity of life forms that continues today. And then we started domesticating wolves, and now we have wiener dogs and poodles. Let's talk about our future, shall we? Earth's expected long-term future is closely tied to that of the sun. Over the next 1.1 GA, or billion years, solar luminosity will increase by 10%, and over the next 3.5 GA, by 40%. The Earth's increasing surface temperature will accelerate the inorganic CO2 cycle, reducing its concentration to levels lethally low for plants in approximately 500 to 900 million years. The lack of vegetation will result in the loss of oxygen in the atmosphere, and animal life will become completely extinct. After another billion years, all surface water will have disappeared, and the mean global temperature will reach about 70 degrees Celsius. From that point forward, the Earth is expected to be habitable for another 500 million years, possibly up to 2.3 billion if nitrogen is removed from the atmosphere. Even if the sun were eternal and stable, 27% of the water in the modern oceans will descend into the mantle. This is due to reduced steam venting from mid-ocean ridges. The sun will evolve and become a red giant in about 5 GA. Models predict that the sun will expand to roughly 1 AU, which if you didn't know is the distance between the Earth and the sun, and about 250 times its present radius. Earth's fate is less clear. As a red giant, the sun will roughly lose about 30% of its mass, so without tidal effects, Earth will move to an orbit about 1.7 AU from the sun, when the star stretches to its maximum radius. Most, if not all, remaining life will be destroyed by the sun's increasing luminosity when it peaks at about 5,000 times its present level. A 2008 simulation indicates that Earth's orbit will eventually decay due to tidal effects and drag, causing it to enter the sun's atmosphere and be completely vaporized. I understand that today, kids are already beginning to vape. Well, that concludes part 3 of our investigation on Wikipedia's Earth article. If you liked the video, thumb it up. If you didn't like it, thumb her down. If you would, in the comments, let us know what we're doing well, what we're doing poorly, and what we could be doing better at. It's a brave new world for us here, and we can only get better. Well, see you later!